So you're thinking about becoming a real estate agent, but not just a real estate agent anywhere, but here in the Sunshine State of Florida. So if you want to know what the differences are for being here versus anywhere else, stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group right here in the Destin Fort Walton Beach area here with EXP. We're coming at you with some good information without all the fluff, not just about EXP, but about being a good real estate agent and how to be successful here on that channel. We see a lot of other channels out there that just kind of have a whole lot of fluff and a whole lot of hype. Well, I'm going to give this to you straight because I've been through it all. I've been with different brokerages. I've been a team agent, a single agent, and now a team lead. And I'm coming through with that experience and giving it to you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click that little bell so you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. All right, let's get into it. What does life look like as a real estate agent here in Florida? Well, basically, what do you deal with when you're even in real estate altogether, like a day-to-day sort of thing? And I've been through real estate in 2 other states, and I can tell you that this is definitely the best one here in Florida. So I was in upstate New York, was in Ohio. The day-to-day there, pretty much the same, but there are some subtle nuances that you'll want to consider. So what do you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis as a real estate agent? If you've never done this before, it's basically 4 things, and we're going to go over a little bit about that. First and foremost is prospecting. So that's where you're going to spend most of your time. That's going out and finding new clients, right? So a majority of your time is going to be doing these things that we are trying to do to find people that want to go ahead and buy, sell, or invest. And those are typically the people that you know. Now, we call them SOI, or sphere of influence, people that already know you, like you, and trust you. So going out and finding those people and be like, hey, I'm in real estate now. What can I do to help you out? Or your friends. That's a huge, huge thing, right? Now, if you don't know anybody, or maybe you feel too much like you're bothering them, there are tons and tons of different ways to go ahead and prospect. The big ones that are out there are typically your open houses, going out there and finding listings that didn't sell. We call those expireds. Doing open houses, maybe not for a listing that you have, but working anybody else's in your brokerage or whatever. Another one, obviously, social media is a big one. And there's tons and tons and tons of different ways to go ahead and prospect. So finding out what those are and getting after it's probably going to be your best bet. Now, the next one, once you find somebody, then you have to figure out what to do, right? That's called conversion. So conversion is somebody from a prospect that says, hey, I'd like to go ahead and do this, to somebody that's actually actively purchasing or selling a property. So conversions are 2 different things that you can do. With a listing, we have a listing presentation where you can go in with all your numbers. If you have a presentation, put the presentation out there and then get them to sign on the paper, say, yes, please help sell, market my home. Now, the other conversion technique is with buyers. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. My way that I teach my mentees, the people I coach, people on my team, is through a buyer's strategy session or buyer's consultation. Basically sitting down with them and educating them on the entire process, what our market looks like, and then asking exactly what they're looking like. Now, some other realtors just do this over the phone and be like, hey, what are you looking for? And then just kind of take it from there. But we find that it's a much, much better strategy to let them know how you work and then go from there and educate them on how this whole thing is going to go, so they're not freaking out with you all the entire time when they're like, why aren't we finding homes, or what's happening in the next process. So converting those over, they'll also trust you a lot more and you'll be able to get through this process a lot more amicably, right? So conversion, and then hopefully when you do that with a buyer, that you're getting something signed, like a signed buyer's agreement, brokerage agreement, whatever it is in your state. Making sure that they sign to say, yes, I'm going to work with you and only you So they're not just using you to see a couple of houses and then purchase it from the listing agent, right? So you want to be there to help them and represent them. And obviously with a listing, you're going to get a signed listing agreement, right? You're not going to start working for them until you get that. Now, once you convert those over, then the next part is just getting those properties under contract. In the listing side, it's called marketing. So you're going to market those homes, and there's tons of different ways to market those homes, as well as doing your open houses, which is also really nice to prospect for your buyers and hopefully find a buyer. Obviously, doing a lot of things online, that's where people are finding homes, doing that. There's lots of different marketing that you'll be doing. And with buyers, it's going out and showing homes, finding those, and then getting them to a point to sign a contract. And then the rest of that other time is taking that, once you're under contract, all the way to closing. It doesn't happen instantaneously. Even if somebody's got cash, it could still take 2 weeks to close a cash deal, right? But most of the time, it's somewhere between 30 to 45 days that you're gonna be waiting there and doing a lot of inspections, doing your due diligence, fixing repairs if you're representing the seller, if any, right? Doing all those different things. It typically takes anywhere between 30 to 45 days to close, right? So those are what you're going to be doing in the meantime, and then finally getting them to close. But you're not done with the deal after close, because you want to take that person, hopefully you did a good job, get a review, because those things are so good. Get a review, 5-star review, make sure that you're posting it anywhere, marketing yourself after the fact, and then keeping in contact with them so that they can be a referral source or a repeat business in the future. Just don't go on to the next one. Guys, you got to do that. And the more people that you end up closing that you bring into your sphere of influence, the less and less people you got to go find strangers. People are just referring you business going forward, and that is the end game. All right, so those are your basic things of being a day-to-day for a realtor, but let's talk about Florida. That's why you clicked on this video, so let's go ahead and get into that. So for Florida, what do we have here that's maybe a little bit different? Well, we do still have your single-family homes. We got a lot of condos here, and especially if you're in the part of Florida that's on the ocean, that's on the Gulf, and especially in our area here in the Destin-Fort Walton Beach area, you also have a lot of high-end homes too, sitting there on the beach that are just, pushing millions of dollars to purchase that property, right? So some differences here is that you have people that are coming down here desiring some sort of water view or waterfront, and the condos here, we have vacation rentals. So people are going to come down and rent it for 3-4 days, a week, month, whatever, right? So we have short-term rentals that are going to be a little bit different. If you want to just get into condos, it's a great part to be in. You get to learn the investments of all that, and it's pretty awesome. So I personally enjoy it. I enjoy all of it, even the vacant land pieces of this. And it's really a great experience to go in there and feel like you're on vacation. That's one thing I love, was when I work condos, even though now, it's more common now since COVID, that we go out and do virtual tours with everybody, maybe FaceTime, Zoom, what have you. But I feel like I'm going in on vacation half the time. I was like, man, I should take one of those bracelets, go ahead and just hang out at the pool. But you have access to all these different things when you go out and show a condo. So you kind of get that same sort of feel. And how awesome is it to feel like you're on a vacation every single day? Other things that you should be looking at when you come to Florida is the attire. Now, when I was in certain marketplaces, it was very, very common for guys. They were wearing a suit jacket, maybe jeans and a button-up, or in certain places people were wearing suits, formal dresses for women, like all these different things for certain markets. But when you get down here to Florida, I don't know, it's Florida people. And the people that you think would be dressed up and have all these really nice things, that are buying those $1 million+ homes, now they're just dressed like you and me. They're wearing a t-shirt, right? They're wearing shorts and flip-flops. They don't really care. And that's the thing that I had to get over, especially coming from New York, was that it really doesn't matter. If you're gonna go out and sell Florida real estate, dress how you're gonna feel confident in. And that way, that when you go out, it's that confidence that your buyers are gonna feed off of. It's just got this sort of Florida feel to it, especially in Northwest Florida, where we have a mix between you know, that southern hospitality because we're right below Georgia and Alabama, and it's also got a mix of the Florida people that are just vacationers, like, yeah, whatever, we live in Florida, we're good. All right, also, if you haven't lived in Florida and doing real estate here, it's the weather. And it just can rain randomly and then be gone in the next couple of seconds. So when you're going out showing homes, showing property, you always want to keep something else in your car, especially umbrella during the summertime, just to make sure that you don't get caught up like that. So it can be a little bit crazy here. Other thing to be aware of is when you live in these coastal towns is that the drive times are a lot bigger. When I was working real estate up in Dayton, Ohio, their highway systems was amazing. That you could get from point A to point B really, really quickly and get around. Well, that's not how it is here because we have bayous, bays, and things. So as a crow flies, it didn't seem that far, but you got to go up and around to go different places. And don't forget, people are coming here to vacation, which is great for you, right? And people really want to move here and want to do sales, but there's tons of people here, so you have to go ahead and work with the traffic and know when that's going to happen. And because there's only certain ways to go around certain places, you know, you're going to get caught up. So make sure that you do go ahead and put some time in there for drive times when you're going from place to place. Another great thing about Florida is that there's a lot of out-of-towners that are moving here. Now, in our area, there's 4 military bases all around this area, which is phenomenal as I'm a military vet myself. It's really good to interact and help those people in uniform. However, you also have the vacation renters as well that are coming down to get those vacation rentals and to have something where they can come down to, spend a little bit of time and rent it out the rest of the time. So you have a good mix of out-of-town people. This is a big thing when you're marketing because now it's not in certain marketplaces, like when I was in Ohio, it was really big on who you knew on how you were going to be successful. It wasn't necessarily bringing people in from out of town. Here, it's much different because there's a ton of people that are like, hey, I want to go to Destin or Pensacola or whatever. You know, I'm going to research that and then look for somebody that's already down there, especially as a real estate agent. So obviously doing videos, making sure that your face is out there and places that people are searching, like social media, that's a big thing that you want to go ahead and do. Just know that when you're marketing is more about what we call long tail items. It's something that you're going to do now that's going to pay off months and months down the road. You're not going to get those immediate results. There are some other things in different systems that you can get yourself onto that will allow you to get leads immediately, but those are ones that you're going to have to pay and probably pay a good penny just to get those people to you through other systems and means. So hopefully that gives you a preview of what it's like as a life as a real estate agent here in the beautiful state of Florida. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned here, please go ahead and leave it here in the comments below. And of course, if you are ready to go ahead and get into real estate, you want to talk about EXP, you may even want to talk about coming onto our team here with the Whittemore Group. Again, please reach out to me. You can give me a call, text, email. I'd love to chat with you. You got 15 minutes, we'll talk. And if you're ready to go and you're like, yeah, let's sign up today, you can go to our main page here, go ahead and click on the Join Now tab and go ahead and sign up, and we'll be in contact with you very, very shortly. So again, I'm Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with eXp Realty. We'll see you in our next video. Take care.